Good morning all of you. In the last module, we completed the lesson electricity. I asked to complete 10 questions from textual exercise. I hope you all did that work. I will send all these answers through Parent-I. You have to complete the notes and send your notes to me through WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 9745086341. Okay. Then today we are going to recall the important points and equations of this lesson once again. So please take your notebook and listen.
Let us revise the important points and equations of this lesson. Electric current, it is the charge per unit time, I is equal to Q by T. Electric potential is the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another point. That is, V is equal to W by Q, Ohm's law. At constant temperature, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. That is, V is proportional to I, or V is equal to IR. Here R is called the resistance of the conductor. That means it is the opposition offered by a conductor towards the flow of electrons. Factors affecting resistance: temperature, nature of the material, length of the conductor and area of cross section. Combination of resistances. Resistance can be connected in two ways: series combination and parallel combination. Heating effect of electric current. When electricity is passing through a conductor, a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. This is called heating effect of electric current. Joule's law of heating effect. It states that the heat developed in a conductor is directly proportional to the square of the current flowing through the conductor, resistance of the conductor, and time for which the flow of current. That is, H is equal to I square RT. Electric power. The rate of consumption of electrical energy is called electric power. Electrical energy. The total work done by a device due to the passage of electric current is called electrical energy. Next, we can see the important formulas. Here, electric current is equal to charge by time, that is, I is equal to Q by T. Next, Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R, or R is equal to V by I. Then total resistance when three resistors are in series combination. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Next, in parallel combination, the reciprocal of effective resistance, that is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Next, electric power. Power P is equal to VI or I square R, or which is equal to V square by R. Electrical energy. E is equal to VIT, which is equal to I square RT, or which is equal to V square by R into T. Joule's law. H is equal to VIT, which is equal to I square RT, or which is equal to V square by R into T. Next, we can discuss some question answers. Why does the core of an electric heater not glow while the heating element does? The heating element of the electric heater is made up of nichrome of high resistivity. So, more electrical energy is converted into heat energy. So, it glows. But the core has low resistance. So, it does not glow. How is a voltmeter connected in the circuit to measure the potential difference between two points? Voltmeter is connected in parallel in the circuit. How is an ammeter connected in a circuit? An ammeter is connected in series with the device. What type of resistance should an ammeter have? An ammeter should have a very low resistance so that it does not change the value of the current flowing in the circuit. Why do metals make good conductors? Metals can release easily one or more electrons from the outer region of their atoms, which can move freely throughout the metal. Why is the tungsten used almost exclusively for filament of electric lamps? Tungsten has high resistance and high melting point. Due to high resistance of tungsten, large quantity of heat is produced. So the bulb glows, and due to its high melting point, it does not melt even at higher temperature. Why are copper and aluminium wires usually employed for electricity transmission? Copper and aluminium are good conductors of electricity. So they are usually employed for electricity transmission. Why can't we use copper wire as a fuse wire? A copper wire can't be used as a fuse wire because it has very low resistance and very high melting point. Therefore, the amount of heat produced in the copper wire due to the flow of current will be very small. As a result of this, the copper fuse wire will not melt and the electrical devices connected in the circuit will get damaged. A wire of resistivity rho is stretched to 4 times its length. What will be its new resistivity? The resistivity of the wire does not change with length and area. For a material, resistivity is constant. Does the resistance of a metal change when we raise the temperature of the metal? Resistance of a metal increases with increasing temperature. Name the quantity which is the product of potential difference and current. Electric power. Electric power is equal to potential difference into electric current. What are the factors on which electrical energy consumed by an electrical appliance depends? A. power rating of the appliance, time for which appliance is used. What does the potential of a charged body determine? The potential of a charged body determines the direction of flow of charge when it is brought in contact with another body. Why does the resistance become more in series combination? Because resistance is directly proportional to the length in series. Why resistance become less in parallel combination? Because resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. What is the difference between kilowatt and kilowatt hour? Here, kilowatt is the unit of electric power and kilowatt hour is the unit of electrical energy. Next we can discuss some numerics. What should be the length of a nichrome wire of resistance 4.5 ohm if the length of similar wire is 60 centimeter and resistance is 2.5 ohm? Here, let us check what are the given values. Here L1 is the length of the first wire and L2 is the length of the second one. And R1 is the resistance of the first one and R2 is the resistance of the second wire. So, here given R1 is equal to 4.5 ohm and L2 is equal to 60 centimeter, R2 is equal to 2.5 ohm. So, based on this relation, R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2. We can find the L1 is equal to R1 into L2 the whole divided by R2. So, we can directly multiply, substitute the values for R1, L2 and R2. So, 4.5 into 60 the whole divided by 2.5 which is equal to 108 centimeter is the length of the first wire. Okay. Compute the heat generated while transferring 96,000 coulomb of charge in 1 hour through a potential difference 50 volt. Here, the work done in moving the charge Q through a potential difference V is equal to VQ. So, that is W is equal to VQ. Here, work done is the heat energy developed in the conductor. So, X is equal to VQ and H is equal to 96,000 coulomb into 50 volt. So, the answer is 4.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. An electric iron of resistance 20 ohm takes a current of 5 ampere. Calculate the heat developed in 30 seconds. Here we can use the equation H is equal to I square RT. Here given I is equal to 5 ampere, R is equal to 20 ohm and T is equal to 30 seconds. So this is a direct question. H is equal to 5 ampere the whole square into 2 ohm into 30 seconds. So the answer is 15,000 joules. Here the worksheet. For a heater rated 4 kilowatt and 20 volt, calculate the current, the resistance of the heater, the energy consumed in 2 hours, the cost if 1 kilowatt hour is priced at 60 paise. Then you should complete all the textbook exercises, that is from questions 10 to 17. Okay. Then these answers I will upload it you can cross check with your answer. Okay. So, thank you all of you. Have a joyful day.